In this video, I'm going to talk about how to maximize your social media ads. Unfortunately, most people will just simply boost a post, or they'll just take a random picture from their business or a random video, throw it out there and hope that people come to them, and they just think that they're immediately going to start making money, and that's just not how it works. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys simple tips that you guys can use to apply to your social media ad strategy to actually get a return on investment and do it the right way. So the very first thing you need to do is stop casting a super wide net. You need to know who your ad is for and who it is not for. Most people, when they do these ads, they appeal to everybody, so they think it's working because they're getting tons of leads, and they wonder why they can't convert them, when in reality it's the actual ad creative or the video itself which is trying to appeal to everybody. So don't necessarily worry about cost per lead, worry about cost per acquisition. So we want to make sure maybe getting less leads, but we're getting higher quality leads. So the way that you can do that is by qualifying or disqualifying certain people in your ad. So as opposed to if you're fitness business saying, hey, are you trying to lose weight? Maybe you appeal to people over the age of 60 who have time, maybe they have money, and they're just looking to stay in shape for their grandkids or something like that. That's specific. So if that person's on social media, which obviously they're probably going to be on Facebook or not on social media at all, but you get the point where I'm talking directly to this customer. So if they're watching, they're going to be like, wow, that's me. That sounds interesting. And then you can combine it with a really good offer that sounds almost too good to be true. That's when you're going to get people to convert. Or maybe you're a fitness business, 35 to 44-year-old woman, or 35 to 44-year-old men, or maybe you're a sports training business like myself. And okay, people this age looking for this result at this point in their life, that's going to appeal to people a lot more, and you're going to make sure you're getting the right people to inquire, and then you have a much better chance of actually turning them into customers. So stop trying to cast a wide net, qualify and disqualify. Know who your ad is for, know who it is not for, and just try to go after the people that you know it's for and are interested, and really narrow it down in your ad so you're not just casting a super wide net. The second thing you want to do is make it both entertaining and informative. Most of the ads that I see, I go through hundreds of businesses, at least locally, that are running ads, and it'll be like a landscaper. It's just a picture of a random yard. Looking for landscaping. Number two, again, you're casting just too much of a wide net. And then you're talking about a video ad. It's, oh, hi, my name is so-and-so from roofing. Boring. That person's already going to be leaving. So you want to find a way to make it both entertaining, to capture and keep that attention, but also informative as well. So you want just, not even just a general person, because again, like I was saying, you don't want it for just a general person, but you want for somebody who's into that niche or into that service, who's looking for that. Make it entertaining for them. Make it so it's not just something super boring where they're going to want to just scroll right past it, because as you know, on social media, attention spans are very, very short. If it's boring, if it's not able to keep their attention, they're going to go right past it, and your ad isn't even going to hit the right people or allow them to see it. So you want to find a way to combine those two things without obviously being cringy or ruining your reputation, but it's just going to get more people to watch your ad for longer, to get them to the end, to actually click through and actually get to the point where they input their information and become a lead in and of itself. Number three is you want to reduce as much friction as possible in the scheduling process or getting them to become a lead in and of itself. So there's two different parts to this. Number one, becoming the actual lead. You want to mainly be doing lead forms if you can. Some people will just link to their website. They link to their website and there's no place for them to even put in their information. They have to go all the way down, hit the contact button. They got to find it. You're making them do more work to become a lead. So make it as easy as possible, simple lead form, as little information as possible, as fast as possible. Again, some people will link to their website and the site doesn't even load. It takes 60 seconds because their website's super outdated, and then all of a sudden, I got something else better to do, so they don't become a lead. So you want to reduce as much friction in terms of becoming a lead, but then say you're scheduling a call, or say you're scheduling a trial appointment. You want to give as many times as possible. You want to make it as easy as possible for them, not for you. That's another mistake a lot of businesses make, is they say, hey, I'm trying to get these leads, but I'm going to do it on my terms. I'm going to make it as convenient and as easy as possible for me as opposed to for the customer. So if you have, times for a call, make it as available as possible, as soon as possible, so it's easy for them. If they're trying to get a quote, for an electrician business or a landscaping business or, a concrete business, make it as easy as possible. Hey, we're going to come to you. We're going to do it as soon as possible. It's going to take 10 minutes, as quick as possible. So that way there's as little friction as possible, as little decision-making on their end, and as little complications as possible to make it easier for them. Again, making it easier for them to go through that process. Now, the last thing, so whether you're scheduling a call, whether they're going to them for a quote, whether they're coming to you for an appointment, set reminders, stay in contact with them, especially if there's more than a couple hours in between when they sign up and when they're actually going to do that. Because some people, they're just going to forget, especially people with parents, so many different things going on. It's very easy for them to forget. So if you can set, what you can do now via AI is just, hey, maybe a day before, reminder text, 12 hours before, reminder text, or it's just simple reminder email. So that way you're staying in front of them. They don't forget, because the last thing you want is to go through all this work, get the lead, get them to book, and then they forget to show up, and then you have to rebook them, and then obviously the chances that they show up after that is a lot slimmer. So you want to keep them engaged, you want to keep them interested, and you want to make sure that they don't forget, so they actually show show up. We want to increase those show up rates. That's going to make sure that we're getting better closing and a better ROI in terms of our ads. So if you guys can do all of those things, you'll be off to a good start. So hope you guys like the video. As always, like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of good stuff. See you guys next video soon. Peace.